Welcome everyone to the future home of Groundwork Kitchen. As executive director of Paul's Place for nearly 20 years, I cannot say enough about what this next step for Paul's Place and evolution means to me, to our staff, to our guests, to Pigtown, and to the city of Baltimore. For 37 years, the mission of Paul's Place has been to improve the quality of life for those who call Southwest Baltimore home. I thank all of you for being here this morning, and I'd like to recognize Baltimore City Mayor Jack Young. He has moved mountains to help make this project happen, and so I invite you, Mayor, to please come up and say a few words. We know you want to get back to your day.
Thank you, Bill. First, I want to acknowledge Senator Hayes. I just left him at a meeting. He's attending a meeting that he can't get out right now. It's about the children's cabinet that was created by my office. Bill, thank you. Susan, the board chair of Paul Place. Amy, the senior program director of the Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Foundation. Courtney Nolan from Chase, and Mark Kaufman, president of NIF. A catalyst in leadership for change happened today with Paul Place doing all of the wonderful things that they're trying to do to improve the lives of the people in this community. Paul Place provides more than 24 programs and services to the individuals and families that call Southwest Baltimore home. They work with the community and they listen to the community's needs. Clearly, they are listening to young people and heard their need for jobs as they break ground today on the future home of their culinary arts training program. I might want to come and teach a class on baking. Yeah, okay. You know, I'm a pretty good baker, and I probably will come in and do that just once. Okay. Okay, take me up. Projects like this can be a tipping point in the right direction, and I'm proud of the work Paul Place is doing by building this program from the ground up. This is a positive solution for our entrepreneurial youth, and I'm pleased to see how the Neighborhood Impact Investment Fund, or NIF as they call it, has played such a key role in accelerating this project through its $2 million investment. As council president, I led our effort to free up resources that were tied in non-productive access, like our parking garages, and to use that capital to benefit our neighborhood. I worked with the previous mayor to create the NIF to deliver that investment. This transaction represents exactly what I had in mind to benefit our neighborhoods, and with $50 million to invest at the fund, I expect that this is only the beginning. The support of the organization the support the organization has received from the private sector has been tremendous. But I encourage people to support this project as well. Paul Place is a wonderful, wonderful organization, and the thing I like about them is they engage the community in everything that they want to do, because it's very important to get the community input so that the community can have the buy-in. And Paul Place have been a leader in doing that. So again, I want to thank you and congratulate you on a wonderful, wonderful project. And the only reason why I won't be able to stay, we have press availability that starts at, I think it's 10:15, but I see the press is here, so I'll probably beat them back. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Mayor Young. We are incredibly grateful for your support and for taking your time today to come visit with us. Without your support and that of City Hall, we would not be breaking ground on this exciting project. I invite you and your team for a meal when we open, and plus we want to taste those baked goods. And we will, of course, Senator Antonio Hayes has supported this project through the State of Maryland bond bill grant process, along with the governor, and we certainly appreciate that. So we know he's doing the work that he needs to be doing, and for that we're grateful. We miss him, but we're grateful he's doing the work. Before we continue, I would like to take a moment to recognize the Paul's Place Board of Directors, led by our board chair, Susan Owens, and who have been so incredibly, a round of applause, that's right, absolutely. And if our board would, and former board, if you'd please raise your hands so that we can recognize you. Obviously, this work occurs as a team, and we appreciate you. Everyone has been so incredibly dedicated to this organization and to this project. They've dedicated their time, their expertise, and so much more. We as an organization are so fortunate to have them on our team serving Paul's Place and the community. And I also want to take the time to thank the Whiting Turner Contracting Company, our project manager, CapEx Advisory, and our project architects, Alexander Design Studio, along with a host of others who have helped us over these past 2 years to bring us to this amazing day. We look forward to working with you over the next year as this site will literally be changing every day as we get closer to completion. With that, I would like to invite Susan to the podium to talk about what we can expect from Groundwork Kitchen starting next summer. Susan?
Good morning. I am Susan Owens, and I have the privilege of serving as the president of the Board of Directors for Paul's Place at a most exciting time. Paul's Place started in 1982, responding to a need in the Pigtown community, and has for nearly 40 years made responding to need and working for transformative change central to its mission. It's why I became involved and why you all are here today, to find ways to make today better and tomorrow sustainable. I am honored to be a part of this organization, to be a part of this neighborhood and the city, and to be part of an exciting future for the corner on which we stand this morning. Today is an answer to the question we asked ourselves about what we could do next to help our neighbors transform their lives and thrive. Today, a project and an opportunity to continue strengthening Main Street Pigtown, to train nearly 100 individuals each year for positions in the thriving food services industry, and to ensure that our mission to be a catalyst for change in Baltimore City could and would remain the focus of our work at Paul's Place. When completed, Groundwork Kitchen will be a 15,000 square foot building with a state-of-the-art training facility, a sit-down restaurant that will seat 150 individuals, and top-notch instructors who will train young men and women in all aspects of the restaurant and food service business. Round of applause, that's great. Absolutely. Yes, thank you. It takes a lot of support from a lot of people, businesses, and organizations to make change like this happen. Groundwork Kitchen has many people to recognize and thank for their financial contributions, without which we simply would not be here today. So on behalf of Paul's Place, let me take a minute to thank, as Bill said, our board of directors. You all have been awesome. Before my time here, putting together the strategic plan that was the vision for all of this is just amazing. So I'm thrilled to be standing here today to make it happen. To the individual donors, to Chase Bank for the New Market tax credits, to NIF, to the Enterprise Community Loan Fund, Cross Street Partners, and last but certainly not least, the Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Foundation. So without further ado, it's my privilege to introduce Amy Klein of the Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Foundation. Thank you.
Good morning. What a beautiful day. I have the sun shining in my eyes, and I'm sorry I couldn't get my printers to work, so I'm using my phone. I'm Amy Klein with the Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Foundation, and I want to bring greetings from our president and CEO, Rachel Monroe, and our board of trustees. We congratulate Paul's Place on reaching this important milestone for the new Culinary Arts Center. So the story is really a long relationship that the foundation has had with Paul's Place for the past 35 years on a variety of projects, including capital grants for construction and then later expansion of the service center, development of new housing units on Ward Street, and support for its wonderful education and employment programs. Paul's Place has always impressed us with its thoughtful programming, commitment to the most vulnerable residents, and its desire to continuously do more and do better. Paul's Place is such a great example of a partner on whom the foundation relies to help us achieve our mission. And every time Bill calls, I worry that he's leaving, and I tell him he cannot leave. So when he came to speak to us about this new project, we could see his excitement and passion for the endeavor. We know that it has been a long road, and did I say long road, to get to this point, and has required incredible patience, tenacity, and mostly hope. So the foundation decided to make a significant investment in this project to ensure its success for several reasons. One, the fact that Paul's Place has a strong and lasting commitment to Southwest Baltimore and has demonstrated excellence over many years. Two, this project will provide industry-recognized credentials in food service, allowing local residents to pursue this new field of work. And they will be able to gain experience in the restaurant and catering businesses, which will both contribute to neighborhood revitalization. And Paul's Place will lend its expertise delivering supportive services to ensure that participants will remove barriers to employment. So we are so pleased to have the opportunity to participate as a funder and supporter of this project, and we extend our best wishes to the entire team as they begin the next phase of getting the facility constructed. We look forward to joining you again for the grand opening and to frequenting the business for its wonderful food. Congratulations, Bill.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We truly have been blessed to have had a long relationship with the Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Building. We thank you so very much. Chase Bank has been a critical piece of this project, and I'd like to invite Courtney Nolan to say a few words.
Good morning. I would like to thank Paul's Place for the opportunity to speak in front of all you today at the future home of the Paul's Place Culinary Arts and Training Kitchen program. With more than 30 years of service, Paul's Place has become an integral part of the Baltimore community by focusing on the needs of the local Pegtown residents and the larger surrounding Baltimore community. By listening to the community, Paul's Place determined that by providing Baltimore residents with a more stable and meaningful career opportunities would not only lead to better quality of life, but empower the residents of Baltimore to be more self-sustaining, which is how the vision of the Paul's Place Culinary Arts Training Kitchen program was found. Chase is thrilled that we can make this vision a reality for Paul's Place and the residents of Baltimore with our investment in the New Market Tax Credit program. The Paul's Place Culinary Arts and Training Kitchen program is going to change the quality of lives for hundreds of residents in the Baltimore community, and as they graduate from the program and start exciting new careers in the restaurant and hospitality industry. On behalf of Chase, I would like to thank Sinair and the community builders for their commitment of the New Market Tax Credit allocation, and Enterprise, the NIF, and Weinberg Foundation for their supporting to the project. Without the support of these organizations, donors of Paul's Place, and of course the leadership of the Paul's Place and Cross Street Partners, we would not be standing here today ready to break ground on this essential project. Through my role as a community development banker at Chase, I have the fortunate opportunity to work with many organizations like Paul's Place throughout the country. Chase is providing New Market Tax Credit equity to this project as just part of our broader and ongoing commitment to the communities where we live and work. At Chase, our community development banking program is dedicated to providing and supporting nonprofit and for-profit enterprises with loans, investments, and community development tax credit services that meet the needs of low and moderate and income communities across the U.S. In Baltimore, our team has provided over $44 million in new market tax credits and historic tax credit equity since 2012. And in addition, Chase has provided $75 million in financing to preserve nearly 970 units of mixed income and affordable housing in Baltimore since 2014. With our team of diverse industry experts, we are committed to helping to continue to strengthen and develop vibrant and diverse communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Courtney, and thank you to Chase. Another partner without who we certainly could not have gotten to this point is the Neighborhood Improvement Impact Fund. And President Mark Kaufman and the team at NIF have been incredibly supportive, knowing the Groundwork Kitchen and what it will bring to the city. So Mark, would you please come say a few words?
Thanks, Bill. Thank you to the team at Paul's Place, your supporters, your board, our partners who worked on this deal at Cross Street, Sinair, Chase, and all the other parties that were involved. for allowing us the opportunity to be part of this project and this event. I'm so proud and so happy to be here to represent the new Neighborhood Impact Investment Fund, or the NIF, as you've heard people refer to it, and to have this project be one of our first anchor investments. For those of you who don't know, NIF is a new fund. We were established about 10 months ago through the leadership of the city, Mayor Young, and others on the city council. They recognize that the success of the city lies in investing in the city's neighborhoods, and starts with investing in inclusive, equitable growth in those neighborhoods. They had the vision to create an independent fund to focus on those neighborhoods and to finance impactful growth. Mayor Young led the effort, as he mentioned, to capitalize the fund with approximately $50 million from an innovative transaction involving the city's parking garages, and to free up assets for this sort of investment. They lent that money to NIF and charged us with investing in impactful growth in cities' neighborhoods. And not just any neighborhoods. We're a place-based fund. We're eligible to invest in about 65% of the city. And we're investing in those neighborhoods on the east side and the south side of the city, and here on the west side, which through my 50-plus years of living in Baltimore have really struggled to realize investment in these communities. Our mission, as the name makes clear, is to have an impact on Baltimore City's neighborhoods. And when we invest in communities like this, we're investing in the people in these neighborhoods. We're here today to mark an investment in a building, but the job training, the careers, the services that Paul's Place is able to provide around this project are what really makes it special. Those are the ingredients that can build wealth, that can build opportunity, and have an impact not just here in Pigtown, but around the city at large. I want to thank my partner, Laurie Glass, who works with me at the Impact Fund, who works so hard on this project. To our board chair, Arnold Williams, and our volunteer board, who's worked hard over the past 10 months to get the fund up and running. And most importantly, to the city and Mayor Young, who have been so gracious and allowed us the opportunity to begin and launch this fund. Bill, thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for the work that the entire Paul's Place team does. We're so pleased to be your partner and look forward to the success of the project. Thanks.
Thank you, Mark. You know, we're really honored to be one of the first few grants that NIF has made, and you can tell what the impact is because here we are today. It helped push us over the edge, and literally in a few minutes, we'll be pushing dirt as a result. So in closing, I want to point out that right around the corner is Ward Street, right where Paul's Place began, and it's where Paul's Place remains. On this site today, in the center of our past and our present is really our future. And on this site today is a group of people who have supported the past, the present, and the future. And we hope the overall future of Paul's Place. We simply cannot do this without your time, your talent, and your treasure. Thank you for being here today and for cheering for Pigtown.
4, 3, 2, 1.